10. And good morning, everyone. Josh Widdison for your hometown radio stations here on our Renda Digital TV channel, and we are here in downtown Indiana on a very rainy and cloudy and windy Veterans Day morning to bring you coverage of the 2022 Indiana Veterans Day Parade. The parade stepped off at 10:45, so it'll be making its way close to our reviewing stand here at the Indiana County Courthouse in just a few minutes. So we're going to step aside and hear from the sponsors for our parade broadcast, and when we come back we should have the parade making its way here to the Indiana County Courthouse in the 800 block of Philadelphia Street in downtown Indiana. So we hope that you'll stick around for that. Our coverage today is brought to you by our good friends at the John A. Lefthall Funeral Home, and we also want to thank Bob's Pizza and also the Homer City American Legion for sponsoring this broadcast as well. We'll step aside to let them talk for a few seconds, and when we come back we'll have coverage of the parade here on Renda Digital TV.
Hello, this is John Lefthall, owner and director of the John A. Lefthall Funeral Home, wishing our Penns Manor Comets much success in the upcoming playoffs. It's always an awesome feeling to achieve success, be it in business or sports. You as players have made our community proud. To be a winner, it takes much dedication, time, and preparation. Give it 100%. Years from now, you will look back with fond memories of what you have accomplished. Go get 'em, Comets. We at the Lefthall Funeral Home are behind you 100%.
Bob's Pizza in Indiana is a proud sponsor of today's parade and Veterans Day celebration. They would like to thank all the men and women who have fought and served this great country. Did you know this day was originally declared Armistice Day, 8 years after the end of World War I, and honored only veterans of that war? But in 1954, it was renamed Veterans Day to honor all veterans who served America and defended democracy. Bob's Pizza honors those veterans and salutes those who are currently fighting and defending our freedom in this world.
Veterans Day is an opportunity to remember the men and women who have served in our nation's armed forces and to honor their sacrifices, the hardships they endured to preserve our freedom. Today, many American veterans are senior citizens. On November 11th, Veterans Day, let them know they're not forgotten and thank them for their service to our country.
This message is proudly brought to you by Homer City American Legion Post 493, serving Homer City and our veterans for more than half a century. Homer City American Legion Post 493.
I'm not going to make people move. It'd be better if they weren't there.
And welcome back, ladies and gentlemen, to our coverage of the 2022 Veterans Day Parade. We are actually hearing the marching band making its way now up to the Indiana County Courthouse. We just want to remind everybody, though, we want to say thank you to all of our sponsors once again, and we thank them for being a part of Renda Digital TV. And just a reminder, in about 1 week's time, we will be back here in downtown Indiana for coverage of the It's a Wonderful Life holiday kickoff parade that will once again take place next Friday night. So in about a week's time here, we'll be taking part in that. So I can see the Indiana Borough Police vehicles now entering 7th and Philadelphia Street as they make their way up towards the helping to put on the parade today and keeping us updated on the weather forecast and the status of the parade. They are going on this rain or shine, and definitely we are seeing the worst of the rain so far today as the remnants of the hurricane that hit Florida just about 36 hours ago now making its way up here. Not as strong, obviously, but still being felt. Very powerful rainstorms, and of course our AccuWeather forecast will keep you updated on air on WDAV 100.3 FM and AM 1450 and AM 1160 and 101.1 FM WCCS. A little bit of a history on the Veterans Day holiday. Veterans Day was originally known as Armistice Day back because of the signing of the armistice that ended World War I, and that happened on the 11th hour of the 11th day of the 11th month. So at 11 o'clock, everything is going to come to a stop. You're probably going to hear the cannon fire once again, and we'll have a performance of Taps, Star Spangled Banner, and other patriotic music. Not only that, we're going to see some performance. We're going to see some units here. Some military vehicles are going to be part of the parade. And also, as tradition holds, we don't know if that's going to be taking place today or not, but as tradition holds, several Boy Scout and Girl Scout troops and Cub Scout packs are going to take part in the parade as well and give their salute to the veterans. Veterans, once they make their way into the courthouse area, they will step off of the vehicles that are transporting them if they wish, and they will watch the rest of the parade from a special reviewing area that's been set up on the steps of the courthouse. Indiana Borough Police, and you can see Indiana Borough's mayor now riding in that front car. Bill Simmons, the mayor of Indiana Borough. The Indiana Borough Police Department is now making its way in, and that is being followed by Indiana County Sheriff Bob Fyock, who is an amazing supporter of the effort to help veterans out. And American Legion Post of Indiana, Pennsylvania, bringing the colors into the area here, and we see many veterans who have served all across the nation, all around the world, from Indiana County, bringing the colors of our nation. And now they will advance to the reviewing stand. Looks like the front band here is not going to be IUP, but it is rather going to be the Indiana High School Marching Band. It's been put up to the front. A couple more members of the American Legion and VFW veterans heading out now on that hay wagon. And members of the Indiana High Marching Band now making their way in front of the reviewing stand. Do want to get some notables who are here today. DJ Pino of Citizens Ambulance. State Representative Jim Struzzi is here with us today. We do see some veterans passing out flags, and we also have some placards that we're passing out as well to be a part of this occasion. And we're glad that these veterans are able to do so. Time is now 10:58, so in about 2 minutes we are going to have the firing of the cannon, playing Taps of the national anthem. So we'll turn our microphones out at that time, try to pick that up as best we can. And you see members of the Indiana High School Marching Band and the Color Guard with them as well. Again, we're about a minute or so out from 11 o'clock. Also here with us today, Indiana County Commissioners Shireen Hess, and also Robin Gorman and Mike Keith are with us today. Of course, the courthouse is closed, but they are taking part in this parade, much like a lot of other people, with their umbrellas and raincoats. And we do apologize if you have a little bit of rain falling to the camera. We're trying to protect that as best we can. As you've noticed, the rain has started to pick up here a little bit more. presentation of our national anthem and taps and its echo provided by the Indiana Senior High School Marching Band. Very good job by the members of the Indiana Senior High Marching Band performing the solemn duty of the national anthem and taps as part of their contribution to the parade today. As you can see, their buses are standing by. Also buses for some of our veterans who are in personal care homes as well. Those buses are going to ferry those people back over to Rolling. As you can see, the rain has once again started to pick up a little bit more violently. We'll try to be on the air here as best we can. But a good job once again by the members of the Indiana Senior High Marching Band. Area. We see members of the American Legion Post here in Indiana, and I believe riding shotgun in that Nissan is Wesley Wirtz, who is the organizer of this year's event. They're waiting for the school buses for Indiana area school districts to head out. Wesley, of course, also nominated for Indiana County Male Civic Leader of the Year. Right behind them are members of the American Legion Auxiliary, along with the district president for the All right, there is another bit of a delay as they're loading members of the band into the buses, so we'll step aside for a brief commercial message from our presenting sponsor, John A. Leftoff Funeral Home.
Hello, this is John Lefdahl, owner and funeral director of the John A. Lefdahl Funeral Home, wishing our veterans a happy Veterans Day. At the Lefdahl Funeral Home, we appreciate your service to our country. Without you and without your sacrifice, we would not be enjoying the freedoms that exist today. When those stars and stripes are raised, let the nation think of you, the people that saved our nation and risked everything they had to make our freedom possible. The John A. Lefdahl Funeral Home, serving our families with dignity, compassion, and excellence.
Welcome back to our parade coverage. Again, they are loading the buses for the Indiana Senior High Marching Band. They're doing so right here in the middle of the parade, so we are in a little bit of a delay, but it looks like things are loaded up and the parade will continue. Again, members of the American Legion and American Legion Auxiliary making their way through, and we also have some Gold Star parents. And you see the emblem of the Gold Star on the side of the vehicle there. Also, we have Indiana County's Director of Veterans Affairs. The Veterans Affairs Office is definitely one of the important offices here in Indiana County in the courthouse. And we do have a Jeep. Now, I have some information here from Walter Schultz, so I hope this is right. This is a 1943 Willys MB Jeep owned by Mike Williamson with its cover on. With the military police sign on there, another Jeep vehicle owned by Keith Rearick. It's a 1942 Ford GPW. troop transport vehicle. I believe that is a 1952 Willys. I'm sorry, that could be a 43 Dodge. That's kind of cool. And again, we want to thank Walter Troth for some of the information on these classic vehicles that have been restored. Members of IUP's ROTC, later at their headquarters on campus, they will be doing a dedication ceremony, a rededication on the 40th anniversary of the Vietnam Veterans Memorial. Those ceremonies have been moved indoors. You can find out more at our website at wccsradio.com. IUP President Michael Driscoll now. And now we're going to see another great tradition here with the parade. Boy Scout, Girl Scout troops from all over Indiana County saluting the veterans. I believe that is Troop 1084 of the Junior Girl Scouts. And they're being followed by Boy Scout Troop 28 and Hawk 28. Pack in, the troop look like we're going to make a quick turnaround, salute. And behind them we see Pack 25 representing Shalakta and the Laurel Highlands Council. Scout troops paying their respect to the members of the military. The military saluting back as the American flags of these troops go by, and also the troop flags as well. Cub Scout Pack 11 out of Indiana is going to be following Pack 25 here from Shalakta. The packs here, the packs and troops that you see here with the Boy Scouts are part of the Laurel Highlands Council, which represents a wide swath of western Pennsylvania. I must say the Cub Scouts, Boy Scouts, and Girl Scouts are definitely representing their troops proudly today. It looks like today's parade may have been shortened because of the lack of participants because of the rain showers that have come through. So it looks like we'll be wrapping up things here with our broadcast. Daughters of the American Revolution now being represented in the car coming up here. Great organization preserving the history, a part of the preservation of the Indiana County's history, and of course the history of the American Revolution. While we have some time here, I do want to thank our camera people here. Right here, right at the courthouse with me is John Snathers. And working the camera from our building at the corner of 9th and Philadelphia Street is Andy Hart. Citizens Ambulance Service now making its way through. And that'll be followed up by several fire trucks from the Indiana Fire Association. Before we sign off, let's see if we can probably get some comments as well from some of our Indiana County commissioners actually right over here, right next to where we are. Again, truck 106 for the Indiana Fire Association. And just to think, within a week, once again, these trucks will be out in parade formation along with a lot of others for the It's a Wonderful Life kickoff festival in downtown Indiana next Friday night. Truck 101 ladder truck. You'll see two members of the Fire Association there. Heavy rescue truck. One more truck from the Indiana Fire Association. Can't quite make out the number quite yet. rescue truck going by now, and also truck 108 as well. So let's see if we can get some comments here. Ask John to finish speaking. We get some quick comments. All right, so this is Indiana County Commissioner Mike Keith. Mike, even though rain was from here to Timbuktu, but great turnout, I think, for this Veterans Day parade. Talk about the importance. Let's see if we can get you a little bit closer there, Mike. Talk about the importance of this day. A lot of the veterans just came out today, so it's really honoring them and those who have passed for their service to our country.
You're certainly right. Men and women. If you look down to the national service, fight wars of protecting our country, they were mostly 17, 18, 19, 20-year-olds. Just young people coming out, but actually willing to stand up and fight for this country and fight for our freedoms we have today. And it's really one of the best.
Thank you very much.
Yeah, you do.
Commissioner Keith. Commissioner Mike Keith, let's see if we can get one more interview. Mr. Kasubik.
Lenny.
Mr. Kasubik.
Lenny.
Let's see if we can actually move a little bit closer whenever we get this next interview. So, and we'll see if we can get things started. This is Lenny Kasubik, who is an Indiana County veteran. Let's actually come a little closer here, John. Lenny, talk about the importance of being here today, even though worse conditions I think we've seen for a while, but talk about the importance of it from your perspective.
Well, I think it's important. I've been doing it ever since I moved into the county in '85, so I haven't missed, So it's important. I think I consider myself one of the younger folks, and just to keep the tradition going so people know that the veterans are out there, and it's nice to see, even though on a rainy day, a pretty decent turnout.
All right. And may I say also, a member of the U.S. Navy, thank you very much for your service to our country.
Well, thank you for broadcasting.
All right. So that is Lenny Kasubik, one of our veterans here in Indiana County. Of course, we pay tribute to all the veterans with our broadcast today. And we want to thank our presenting sponsor, John A. Lefdahl Funeral Home. And we also want to thank our other sponsors, Bob's Pizza and the Homer City American Legion. And especially a big thank you to John Smathers, our cameraman, who's working this camera right now, and to Andy Hart, who is working our camera from our second floor seat in our radio station at 9th and Philadelphia Street. So we'll see you hopefully in 1 week for the It's a Wonderful Life Festival kickoff parade. But again, happy Veterans Day to everyone. I'm Josh Woodison for Renda Digital TV.
I said hi, Lenny.
I spoke.
Hello, this is John Lefdahl, owner and funeral director of the John A. Lefdahl Funeral Home, wishing our veterans a happy Veterans Day. At the Lefdahl Funeral Home, we appreciate your service to our country. Without you and without your sacrifice, we would not be enjoying the freedoms that exist today. When those stars and stripes are raised, let the nation think of you, the people that saved our nation and risked everything they had to make our freedom possible. The John A. Lefdahl Funeral Home, serving our families with dignity, compassion, and excellence.
Veterans Day is an opportunity to remember the men and women who have served in our nation's armed forces and to honor their sacrifices, the hardships they endured to preserve our freedom. Today, many American veterans are senior citizens. On November 11th, Veterans Day, let them know they're not forgotten and thank them for their service to our country.
This message is proudly brought to you by Homer City American Legion Post 493, serving Homer City and our veterans for more than half a century. Homer City American Legion Post 493.
Bob's Pizza in Indiana is a proud sponsor of today's parade and Veterans Day celebration. They would like to thank all the men and women who have fought and served this great country. Did you know this day was originally declared Armistice Day, 8 years after the end of World War I, and honored only veterans of that war? But in 1954, it was renamed Veterans Day to honor all veterans who served America and defended democracy. Bob's Pizza honors those veterans and salutes those who are currently fighting and defending our freedom in this world.